filming it from the backside so we can use it later for something.
Nobody ever podcasted with their dicks out. You don't know this.
Yeah.
You work for me. I can be asshole. Alfred Hitchcock with birds scare people. Ah,
Real birds.
real birds, Greg.
He's great in that movie. Like I said, say what you will, but he's that movie. You can't take that performance away from him. That's brilliant.
And then, of course, the best is the after credits scene where it's Franco and Tommy together.
Oh yeah, I check every movie now for those because of Marvel, basically. So I got to check every goddamn movie that's out for behind the, after the credits thing. And luckily I checked this one, and it's a brilliant exchange between the real Tommy and Franco as Tommy.
Yeah, so good. Did you know that He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, the movie, had a after credits scene?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. So you remember the live action Dolph Lundgren He-Man?
Oh, of course.
Remember how he threw Skeletor off a bridge or something, and Skeletor fell into the bowels of Grayskull?
Yeah.
So if you watch the whole movie, watch all the credits, at the very end, Skeletor pops out of this liquid and goes, "I'll be back." To set up a sequel for the Dolph Lundgren movie.
Didn't everybody involved with that movie hate it? Everybody everybody that was working on it thought it was a ridiculous name.
You know what I'll never have? You know what I've just realized I need and I'll never have? A buddy cop film with Tommy Wiseau and Billy Barty.
No, you'll never get that.
Could you imagine that? Could you imagine a Tommy Wiseau, Billy Barty buddy cop film?
You'd have Tommy Wiseau and the remains of Billy Barty, but you couldn't have the living Billy Barty. I mean, technically, he still exists. He's just not moving.
Yeah. Billy Barty's just biding his time to come back
from the grave. Oh man, Billy Barty's.
I need that. I want to go back in time and bring a young Billy Barty to the present so he can film a buddy cop film with Tommy Wiseau. Tommy and Billy, renegades of the law.
Yeah, I don't know how that would even go down. What the premise would even be.
It would be the greatest thing ever. It would be the greatest thing ever.
Tommy Wiseau wouldn't even use the character name. Just call him Billy Barty. Hello, Billy Barty. Let's go on an adventure.
You're a tiny man.
Let's get in my red car. I have $20.
Where's my second season of The Neighbors?
Yeah, exactly.
Now they should just give Tommy money and say, whatever you want to make, make.
I said today, I commented on that Nerdist video of him as the Joker and said, you know what, if you make this, you've already got my money. I'm going to be in the theater the opening day for that. You cast Tommy Wiseau as the Joker. I'm not missing it.
Well, even Doug Walker said better than Jared Leto.
Well, shit. Actually, he's fucking crazy. I mean, maybe he'd do a good job. Who knows?
Get Greg to play Batman. I don't care. Have Greg play Batman. That'd be. I'll watch that too. Make it like an Otherworld Batman, like not part of the DCU, but like an Otherworld.
Just license it. Give Tommy Wiseau all the licensing he wants. Give him Batman, the Joker, any of the DC characters. Let's say do whatever you want with a one-off movie with all of our characters. We don't care. Do whatever you want.
And I will
within reason, within the boundaries of NC-17. Nothing real hard R for
right.
or X, but I mean, give Tommy Wiseau the total freedom to make whatever the fuck he wants with DC characters, and I will watch it. I will pay for it in 3D. I'll be there opening day. I'll go see it multiple times probably.
And I guarantee you, it would be the highest grossing DC film of all time.
Oh, I guarantee it'd be horrible, but it'd be hilarious too. How could you not think it would be the greatest thing ever?
Come on, Batman.
Give him a $250 million budget to make a DC movie. Let Tommy Wiseau direct The Flash. Oh, that'd be funny.
DC's Flash. You're fast. You have to run. So you
Run.
actually need to run. Go outside. Run all day. Don't stop. Just run. Huh?
And in this movie, you fight Dracula. I will play Dracula.
Of course, you know I
But the
look
Flash
good.
doesn't fight Dracula. Listen, this is a big Hollywood movie. The
We
Flash versus Dracula will be a big movie.
we shoot this in high definition, 3D, IMAX. We're gonna shoot in all formats. 7 cameras go right now.
Hologram. We're going to make the whole movie a hologram.
Virtual reality in 360. People could be Flash.
You could be me. You could be Dracula. Tommy Wiseau.
Let Tommy Wiseau direct like the Universal horror movies.
That would be great. Let him direct everything. I just want to see I want to see what Tommy Wiseau would do with $250 million. Give him $250 million and the use of every top of the line movie crew in America, and let him whatever the biggest studio, the best effects crews, the best everything. Give him $250 million and put him in the director chair and say, make something.
Let Tommy do every remake and reboot that Hollywood is.
Yeah, you're gonna do reboots, make them interesting. Let Tommy Wiseau do all of them.
Like, let him do this new Charmed reboot that's coming out that has everybody's panties in a bunch. Okay, so you're sisters, you're witches, and you're going to fight the vampires.
You 90210, you come here.
What a story, Shannon. Oh wait, this reboot, you no long here. Go away. Say you no here no more.
We fire you. We hire you just to fire you, so we authentic like TV series.
Okay, so your name Magnum, you drive red car, and you wear Tommy Wiseau underwear on the beach.
You always fight with old man who gives you money, kind of like Greg and me.
Oh God, I can't. Have they casted Higgins yet on the Magnum?
Yeah, it's a woman this time, I think. A younger woman that's going to be younger than the Magnum character, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird age reversal.
Is she gonna be just as funny as Higgins, like the original Higgins?
They're not going to be able to duplicate the success of that show. That's going to get canceled in a year. I guarantee it. And it's not because of any casting. It's because everybody's sick of reboots. Nobody's gonna like a rebooted Tom Selleck. Like they tried to reboot Kolchak, it didn't work because they tried to cast a young guy as Kolchak, and it was lame. Wasn't there. It wasn't Darren McGavin, so
see
stupid.
the thing about that is like Magnum PI, you have to have the smoothness and the suaveness of Tom Selleck.
Yeah, I don't even know who they cast as Magnum PI. Who did they cast as Magnum PI?
Jay Hernandez.
See, I'm not even familiar with who that is. I have no idea.
Let me see here. Jay Hernandez. Television debut in NBC's Hang Time. He was in Friday Night Lights.
It's gonna be different.
He was in Hostel too. He was one of the assholes.
Oh, okay. I think I know who that is.
He was in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, okay. I think I know who that is.
He was El Diablo in Suicide Squad.
I'll tell you what the problem is going to be instantly with the Magnum PI reboot. It's because the aesthetic of what the smooth talking attractive dude has changed since 1982.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't be Mr. Big Bushy Mustache, short shorts, Hawaiian shirt, and look cool anymore. That's like a laughable look that nobody digs. So they got to totally reboot the whole fucking character. So why not just create a new character and call it something else? I mean, it's not Magnum PI because Magnum PI is Big Bushy Mustache guy with the fucking Hawaiian shirt
and chest hair and the chest hair.
The chest hair and the diverse group of friends and a helicopter pilot friend and like all the different guys that help him out. So I mean that was more it was kind of like an ATV kind of deal. It's like that's not the cool thing anymore. I mean it's like that character is like old like a dinosaur to kids today and to people. It's like the people would say that Magnum PI is sexist if they did it the way they did it with Tom Selleck. That's just the way it is now. It's different. It's a different time, so people aren't going to accept that character the way it is. So I'm confused on why reboot that. Why not just create a show with those same actors and just call it something else, and just kind of follow the basic premise of Magnum PI. and make it a different character. I don't know why they can't do that.
Yeah, Perdita Weeks will be playing Juliet Higgins.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing to reboot. I don't know.
Well, no. You want to know what is even weirder?
Just the name Magnum PI, just the popularity of that name is what they hope is going to sell it, because it's not going to resemble what Magnum PI was at all.
No. Well, here's what's even weirder is not only has CBS said we are going to reboot Magnum PI, they have also said we're rebooting Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah, that's weird too. It's like, I mean, that kind of works, I guess. But I mean, they don't. They were just you get two women hard-nosed detectives. I mean, you could modernize that. The concept of Magnum PI is like really specific. You know what I mean?
You won't have, but there's only one Lacey, and that's Tyne Daly.
Well, Tyne Daly might be in the new one. She's still alive, isn't she?
She's alive. She was just in Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, put Tyne Daly in there, and I'll be happy. But it's kind of like Hollywood's kind of like, hey.
Oh wait, yeah, that's right. She was like the head of Damage Control.
Yeah, she was head of Damage Control.
Oh, okay.
But it's like they're like, hey, what was popular in the '80s that we haven't fucked up yet? Because we can't do Knight Rider. We've already tried that twice.
Yeah, they even tried it with Hasselhoff. It didn't work.
We've tried MacGyver. What else can we not? What else, we tried Dallas, which that actually did run for a couple seasons. That one actually did well.
Kind of took off. I was gonna say that was pretty popular.
But it's like, who's next?
I don't know.
What's next?
It just depends on what it is, on what they're trying to do. I mean, they brought back the X-Files, but they brought back the original cast, and they didn't wait like 45 years to do it. So, like the actors are all still relatively competent at what they're doing. So I guess.
Do you think they could do like an A-team this time based off like Iraqi and Afghanistan vets?
Well, they remade the A-team with they kind of already did that, didn't they?
With the movie.
Yeah, the movie was kind of like that. It was I think it was updated from Vietnam. I think it was in like maybe the first Gulf War, set around that time or something. But I thought my idea for the A-Team was even better. I thought that the A-Team movie should have been Mr. T, Dirk Benedict, what's his name? The guy that plays Murdoch. I can't. Is it Matt something? I can't. No, it's not Matt. I keep thinking Matt Frewer, but that's Max Headroom. Like the dude that plays Murdoch. Dwight Schultz. Yeah, Barkley from Next Generation. Yeah. But I thought the three original guys that are still alive are finding it hard to get gigs all separately, and George Peppard is dead, and so they all decide to reform the actual A-Team. And they're playing themselves as Mr. T, Dirk Benedict, and Dwight Schultz, but they need a new Hannibal, so they get their van, they pitch it in and get their van, and Mr. T drives it around, but he's not as good a driver as he is on the A-Team, so he's constantly wrecking it, and then they have to get a Hannibal, and they don't have a Hannibal, so they go and kidnap a retired Sean Connery, who's like 80 years old. And he's just trying to escape them the whole time, and trying to get away, and until they're finally run down by the law and all arrested for trying to be vigilantes, and they try to like hang around and try to like, hey, I heard somebody said they need some help. And they're like, somebody's like just complaining like at a Walmart, like they're trying to return something, complaining, and the A-Team show up and just start kicking the shit out of like the clerk.
It's kind of like that episode of Family Guy where they were like they dressed up as the A-Team, and then they would just go around like trying to solve like everybody's like this bar stool is like, this bar stool is wobbly.
Yeah, but I still think the angle with Sean Connery is original. They're all down and out. They can't even do convention appearances anymore, and so they all decide to really form the A-Team as themselves.
I think we need a reboot of the Father Downing Mysteries.
With who though?
See, and that's the only problem, because who would replace Tom Bosley? Nobody can replace Tom Bosley.
John Goodman could do it, maybe.
Have you seen the trailer for the reboot of Roseanne?
Yeah.
I honestly think it looks kind of funny.
I'm probably gonna watch it just because I watched the old series. So,
I love the old series. I love anything John Goodman is in. Anything John Goodman's in,
yeah, I
he
mean, it's
makes it
gonna
10
be,
times
and
better.
Ruth